So I'm not sure when the camera was turned off. I'm going to still continue it. I'm going to pay attention. Why? I'm not sure why the video was turned off. But I'm just going to put in a little bit of tape so that the palette doesn't move during the video. I'm glad I checked to see if the video was working, and it was not. So unfortunate, but we'll continue with it. So a little bit of water, obviously, and this one is a little yellow ochre, so I'm going to start with plenty of yellow ochre. So I'm going to just come over here. That would be my primary, and I would leave a little bit of white. So as you see, it's quite economical. So I'm going to go very quick in terms of the first coat. You got to just double check to make sure the camera, okay. The same as well. Okay, so a little darker right here. Okay, I'm gonna just get it a little more darker. I'm just cleaning the palette just to collect all the colors there is. Add the colors. So also what I want to do is try to keep the front a little cleaner. Okay. And continue with a slightly smaller brush. My kids keep taking the brushes. It's a constant challenge trying to keep my kids away from my brush. And also partly I'm lazy to put my brush and other things away. Okay, so a little greenish blue, and I'm going to just carry on continuing adding a little more details. So little details. Checking if my camera is working. So I'm going to just yellow ochre, light yellow ochre. I'm going to just come and do what I didn't realize is the ears were floppy, but I'm going to just stick with it. So a very yellow ochre. It's not always plain white. Okay, and okay, continuing the same thing. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna add a little red to the ears, a little bit. Veins or whatnot, and do the nose. Okay, so same thing to nostrils. And make it a little. So I can't make out the eyes from this distance, so I'm going to just do a brown eyes, eyeball, okay, and so the black eyeball, eyelashes, okay. So now this is getting a little dry. I'm going to just come in, add a little more details. So a little bit of details. And come in with a little bit of dry brush and add those folds. So I'm just using the dry brush technique just to add okay, and the eye I think is horizontal. It's difficult to make out. Okay, so while the top section is drying a little bit, I'm gonna do a little bit of shadow. and then also I'm gonna just splatter in lots of dirt, maybe a slightly bigger brush. So a little bit of dirt. Sorry about that. A little bit of greener pastures, and I'm going to come in, work on these legs and the face a little more before we can call this one quits. Oh, and the name tag, I'm going to come in, do a little more on the name tag. So the legs were supposed to be white. I'm going to try to lift that paint. Okay. Same with this one. And make the shadows a little more darker. Okay, so last is a little bit of name tag. So the name tag, I'm going to come in, do it with a red instead of a yellow, because it stands out better. Okay, so that would be my first how to do a sheep. And let me just mark it so that the camera can pick where I'm doing.